like she says it. Okay, got it. And go tits. All right. All right, y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? I'd like to welcome you all to our 7HealStar.com Astrology Firm's 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. And I am here with my magnificent brothers in whom I am well pleased, and they are
Islam. I am Trevor from my bay. How art thou? Or you?
Sauce. And I am Brother Shinily Ill. All rights reserved. All is well. And sometimes my bro also, sometimes they also call me
Braveheart. Do it, man. We're so charged because we have the most lit mornings ever. You would want to be a part of our DM, but it's VIP only. So, it's all good. So seriously, very intelligent posterity only. Seriously, right? So with that being said, guys, without further ado, you already know what we're here to do. Make sure you guys have your community service report that we do all the time, right? And make sure that is what it is for you, right? Let me just share the screen here on this one, right? And bring this on up for you all. And start the broadcast it, shall I? Right, here we go. All righty, guys, we have right here before us our 7HealStar Astro Calendar from March, Aries 2022 to February, Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was nine, and we are quoting El-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. Doing corporate religious activity or religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Yes, for the sake of the sincere heirs, not just people looking for an out. Oh, you know what? I'm going to transact business in this foreign European name or this modern European name. And yeah, I don't have to be either El or Bay according to all of the congressional records. Like history and law can't be separated, so don't make Brother Hassan and 7HealStar Astrology Firm the bad guys. No one ever wants to make the lifeguards the bad guys. Just comprehend that you may not comprehend the importance pertaining to respecting. That means, again, looking at times past, which is contemporarily termed history and law, all righty? Because this is about ancient and modern jurisprudence, all righty? So let's make sure we're doing the right thing, because yes, nationality is the order of the day, because we have more than enough evidence to back up what we're saying. So I get it. There's a lot of people that are products of our harems, because the reason that there is even the Republic and our modern European sons and daughters want the Republic back so bad is because Moors treated your great grandmamas and them real well. We did. So let's not turn it into I know what the Moors study and what the Moors think. First of all, a Moor is anything that is attached to something. So let's be clear that you were a being inside of an ovary, inside of an ovum with inside of an ovary, and then during the oogenesis process. All righty, and then within about the cycles of the moon, whichever cycle you prefer. I'm going to go with the synodic cycle, but you can choose, the metonic or the sidereal. It's your choice. However, or the animalistic. But anyway, that ovum is released from the ovary, travels the fallopian tube, and then it is moored. Right, it attaches itself. It moors itself to the endometrium, which lines the uterus, awaiting the fibrillation, clear, from some sperm cell that was put within the testicles of some son that was given to him by his mother, who got that from his mother. So yeah, let's respect nature. History and law. What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, definitely respect nature. I yield.
Yeah, because you might end up finding yourself disagreeing with me on social media platforms, and every word we're going to pick apart and be like, this guy agrees with us, or this mother agrees with us. Like, wow, some people just want the last word and want to be right. It's okay. It's all right, actually. We won't say all kill. We'll say all right. All righty. We get it. Sometimes you're just prejudiced against the lifesavers and the life preservers and the lifeguards. It's okay. We're kind of used to it at this point. We realize you have an aversion for fezzes. It's like, oh my God, it's a fez. I'm so scared. Like, it's like you have an aversion for heights. Oh, it's too high up here. I'm afraid of heights. It's okay. We can bring things down to your level if you would like us to. However, you got to admit that you don't know what you're talking about, because you may have once studied with a group of beings like us, which means you're a quitter. Respectfully, you quit. He's like, oh, I can't handle this. Or you may be a modern European yourself. So who's your mother? What's your nationality? I'm not knocking it, because remember, some of my ancestors, after those experiments down at Patagonia, mixing the chimpanzee's gene with our gene, and we brought forth the pale skins. I get it. It was only supposed to have been a temporary stopgap measure as we were going, through these different energies and going through, the photon energies, right? So, but some of our ancestors was like, you know what? Let's just make a harem of all the Anthropopithecus product. Right? The modern European, which is black, the real black beings, because that their status is foreign to Earth, right? That's why the sun burns them. However, we did our best to bathe you and put you in harems. And I don't think we should have been having sex with your great grandmama and great grandmama and them. However, some people here respect the bloodening back process. I respect the bloodening back process. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. So with that being said, with the bloodening back process being in full order, what I will do is just say that I prefer not to be a part of it in that fashion, because, my constitution is set a little differently, actually. So with that being said, we're going to continue to uplift fallen humanity, even though fallen humanity at times will kick and scream because the life preserver and the lifeguards are not according to their beliefs. It's okay. I'm telling you, you really don't want to put yourself in a position where we can continue to prove your position wrong. Because that's why we study. That's why we do what we do. So let's continue being in harmony with nature and doing this community service that we always do. So with that being said, we are here for the moon cycle that has the air sign Libra, right? The scales dealing with the renal, organs and kidneys. Contemporarily and anciently, of course, anciently, then contemporarily, ruled by Venus, right? And the water sign Scorpio, right? Dealing with the Scorpion, right? Hey, Poppy. I had to call Pops later. That's my Poppy. 2 seconds. I'm gonna call you back after I finish this live, Pops. I'm gonna call you back. All right, he's gone. Let me bring it back here. Let's see this. Boom, 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 boom. And logeth ineth. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Appreciate y'all patience. So amazing how the progenitors call just to check on me. Right? Join. Right? continue. Right. All righty. Let me go back to the screen share.
Uh-oh.
You missed it. I just hit it. Brother Sean ain't even focused. He ain't even ready to go. He wasn't even focused on it.
He's out of it.
It's like, whoa, what happened, Brother Sean? Brother Sean be on the edge of his seat for the feedback.
So that means I keep y'all on y'all's toes, then.
Y'all hilarious. You're hilarious, bro. So again, here we are, right? Really? Here we go. Right? And again, Scorpio, the Scorpion is ruled anciently by Mars, contemporarily assisted by Pluto, right? And we are getting with, in this moment, right? We're getting with the 7th. Is that right? The 6th, actually. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, right? And for that Thursday through Wednesday, it is I commencing there. I have an ingress and one transit. All righty, coming off of that void of course there. Jesus Christ. From 6:45 to 6:45 is 12 hours. From 1845 to 0645 is 12 hours, right? So this is a 14-hour and 2-minute void of course that we are actually we've endured, and it was over by 0847 Eastern, actually, right? So with that being said, I will be going over that one, then, you know, that one transit there, Mercury trine Pluto. And then we have for the holy day, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, for those two transits there. Brother Sean Alim for the 8th, right? And Brother Sean Alim for the 9th. Brother Terrell Tamari Bay has the 10th. I have the 11th, and Brother Sean Alim will be closing us out for this particular cycle on the 12th, right? So with that being said, one moment, let me make sure I does this. All right. Boom. All righty. I'm just going to share this within our Jurisprudent Gem Telegram, right? Just, hey, here you go. Maybe you can have a little bit of that. Let's copy that link there, right? And paste, right? So here we go. All righty, Aphrodite. Oh, that picture's so classic. We're all looking down like, really? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm having a moment over here, guys. You know, because every once in a while when we do what we do and how we study, man, sometimes, you know, people just look for, oh, we're going to challenge the Moors. It's like, first of all, we're not your package sellers. Third of all, we're not seeking to do anything like stay in instruction and stay in harmony with instruction. So a lot of times people already come with their preconceived notions and prejudices. And then when they actually see that we're basically doing what we were doing when we were at the Iberian Peninsula, we're this close to feeding the planet again, the entire planet. You see what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by that is, you know, we put things together and we didn't have to sell packages. We're not trying to get in your purse or your vagina. All right. Like we're not, oh, well, we got to do in order only for us to do for you. We got to make sure we're in your purse or your vagina. Like that's not what it is. You know, even though most people out here, you know, especially, so glad I'm from the East Coast, with that pimp hoe stuff, you know, with more science. We're going to use more science to do the pimp hoe. You know what I'm saying? No, good. We're going to do pimp hoe straight to more. That doesn't work either. So with that being said, don't be upset, guys. We're just really doing what we're supposed to be doing here. All right. To make sure you have what you need. Okay, enough monologue, right? Because I know some people will probably like, I don't like when he's it's okay, you'll get over it. I need to shave. So anyway, with that being said, guys, let's just go right on into this, man. Let me go and this up, right? Share the screen over here. But yeah, man, we're for peace and not destruction. We really are. And we have more than enough study tools and done enough studying to really just handle the heckler, defend ourselves against the modern European patriot mindset. You know what I mean? So, and when I say modern European, take no offense, but it's like maybe your papa is a Moor and your mother, because nationality depends on it. It's determined by the womb you come from, because the status of the mother determines the status of the child. So, if your mother's a modern European, guess what? So anyway, and this is not a hateful thing. There are some Moors that are part of the bloodening back process. It's just not Brother Hassan. So I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not with that. I know the history. So that's a no for me. That's a no for me, respectfully. I have no problem with defending our sons and daughters. And when I say sons and daughters, I'm talking about, the pale skins. The pale skins, because pale denotes black. So I don't want you thinking I'm being racist. It's only one race, and that's the human race. I just put things into proper perspective without trying to coddle your fucking feelings. Don't be upset. All right. So with that being said, I know, man, the truth is stern, and don't change it and don't pass away. However, let me know when you want me to lie to you. Just gonna stand there and watch you burn. They love the way we lie. We don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get over it, man. You'll get over it. So anyhowsers, I know it's set to the 9th there. So let me just go here and do the chart adjust for us. Bring up that interactive chart adjust. Brother Terrell Tamari Bay's got the sauce on the remote control. And what I'm going to do here is let's bring it to the, hold on. Let's just bring it to the 6th, right? Let's do that and apply the date there, right? And let's go to the sunrise previously, right? Let's do that, which should have been for the 5th where we ended off at. Oh, look. Oh no, it's me right there. 7-11. Talk about
7-11. Yes.
I know, right? I mean, yes. Hey, look, man. Sometimes the universe just conspires in our favor, right? So I guess this is where I start, man, right? I know I should be, let me actually leave out of this one here. Let me leave so I can monitor the YouTube, right? Give me just one moment. Appreciate everyone's patience in advance because we're about to have fun. It's going to be a short one, I feel, because we don't have that many testimonies. You guys see, I only have what, 3? Well, 2 and 1 ingress. Let brother Regulus tell it. You don't really count the ingresses. Okay. Shout out to our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, Brother R. Mulaba Bay in the chat, Paragon Rico. All right, and let's see. And let me go back to the calendar, right? And bring forth what I am to speak on, right? And that is, so we have a Pisces ingress. But first, what I have here for the 6th, that's 7-11-41, $0,700, 11 minutes and 41 seconds, right? Right at it's Mercury Day, and it's about to go into, should be going into, actually, the hour it should be going into is Jupiter hour. It is there. Hey, it's Jupiter hour. Yay! Because it's, Jupiter day, but it's still saying it's Mercury day. And it's like, but that's because obviously it's still conjunct the ascendant and not past the ascendant. Shout out to Gemini Brett for my certification. I'm just going to speak it in advance because I finally completed the test for my Astronomy for Astrology certification, even though, the access is just there for us to complete it in time that we want to. However, the celestial bodies aligned a certain way yesterday in my seventh house. And it was just like, do it now. And I was like, okay. Oh, okay. Actually, yes. No, it's the eighth house. It's my natal eighth. That was even cooler about it because Luna and Saturn were there chilling. And I was like, this is that joint financial energy there. This is that joint account energy. However, 13 degrees Libra, 11 minutes is what's happening at 0700 11 minutes and 41 seconds for the 6th October, Thursday, 6th October 2022. That is Iloa, Saki Il, right? And that is for, it says 2022. However, we're actually looking at it as 42, actually, 580 years subtracted. All righty. So with that being said, guys, what we have going on here again, while the sun transits Libra, it will always be ruling the whole sign 11th house, which is Leo. All righty. So with that being said, guys, we're always going to be able to find some joyful balance in how we're being creative. We're going to find some way in relating our inner child to others, as well as making sure we're being fair in how we're contracting, as well as exchanging information to one another in a very spotlighted fashion. So with that being said, man, we're gonna, me being tropically all water in the Trinity, as well as the midheaven, I will take a quote from Brother Terrell Tamari Bay and say, make sure you drink some water when you wake up this day so that, your heart can be really in the right place. Get the blood flowing. Remember, the heart is a liquid compressor. All righty, and making sure things are flowing through the veins and the arteries appropriately so that you can be able to have a healthy flow, even in your mind and your thinking, and in all three of your thinking centers, it'd be the solar plexus, your heart, and the brain. So with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor to that. Again, that's just make sure you're balanced and being creative in your shares. All right. So happening after sunrise, right? It looks like an hour, actually, and 37 minutes later, ish. We have at 0800 46 minutes and 47 seconds. You see, Luna with the accidental dignity in the fourth house is ingressing Pisces there. And it's sharing the fourth house with Saturn. Looky, Astro cookie, right? So that is what is occurring right after sunrise, right? So with that being said, that means, guys, you need to make all your major purchases now, right? Because at 1845, all righty, as I stated last Eloah, Raphael, Wednesday, at 6 o'clock and 45 minutes thereafter, post meridian, according from near the Baltimore Corporation. You're not going to want to make any major transactions, guys. So do all your orders now, your Amazoning, your Whole Foodsing, make all of your orders. All right. Make sure you can have everything that you need now, because Moon void of course is buyer's remorse. All right. However, you can also see how that void of course moon is really interacting within your own natal chart specifically. Right. So you can actually enjoy doing whatever it is that you can enjoy doing without having the global lunar effects really affect you personally, so to speak, sentiently, so to speak. So with that being said, guys, what I can really say is you can really be home here, isolating the things that secure you so that you can be able to allow the infrastructure within your own thinking, your own studies. Maybe some knowledge was poured out on you and you may be confident in that knowledge. And then you find out you come across some Cancer who really is spiritually in tune as well as being jurisprudently in tune and will kind of just share with you how, you may be processing things improperly because the father is the fourth house in certain astrological circles. So father is a process. Abba, father, that's a process. All righty. So the processing pertaining to the infrastructure and your thinking, it can be renovated at this moment if you are open to the renovation. However, pride cometh before the destruction. So allow yourself to not be destroyed by breathing improperly, because with improper breathing will come improper flow of blood. All righty. And again, while Leo during the sunrise, as I said, is ruled by the sun in Libra. All righty. You can allow yourself, even as right now in this chart with the sun in the 12th house, you can allow yourself to really bring your status, all righty, to the highest point that you possibly can. However, the fascination and denial pertaining to things that you may have learned or seen published or dealing with foreign affairs will really have to take a back seat to sincere, isolated spiritual logic, knowledge, and comprehension pertaining to the way that the information has been poured out within you so that you can learn how to not get revenge on others. However, forgive yourself and recognize, hey, I thought I knew this, but you know what? Maybe I was loud and wrong, and I don't mind. Hey, world, I was loud and wrong. My bad. I stand corrected. Maybe that'll help you. It's a very growing quality, that is. And my next and final for this Thursday aspect, I have a Mercurial Plutonian trine. All righty, very beautiful in how these transformative communications are very harmonious, especially when we actually see that, Luna is actually in the joy pertaining to the sun, where Luna has its joy in the third. So technically, Luna would be having a new joy, like a new moon, but a new joy type of energy, right? New moon joy kind of energy being conjunct in the joy place pertaining to the sun. So what some things can really be brought here is really recognizing how one has instituted, all righty, the infrastructure of probably eclipsing one's own spiritual growth. All righty. So what you can actually do is allow yourself to really guard your stance and your standing, right? Standing, right? The root to standing, stit, S-T-I-T, or sta, S-T-A. All righty. That deals with standing, stance, status, state pertaining to your mind. And Luna dealing with the subconscious mind, and Pisces dealing with incarceration. Incarceration is not anything negative. It is if you're harming someone and you must, be incarcerated for causing harm to someone. The positive incarceration, though, comes when one is like a monk or a nun, and you have isolated yourself in your cell, all righty? And that cell is where you go to meditate and or rehabilitate from any interactions that may have taken place, that deals with foreign affairs or interacting with others who may not actually comprehend the things that you are actually publishing from your subconscious mind, either on paper, in a book, so to speak. And when I say paper, newspaper, however, in a book, a novel, or even on some social media posts, what they call quote unquote blogging. All righty. So with Luna there, the trine to Mercury is clearly in, pardon me, I was talking about Luna there. But the trine for Mercury and Pluto is really dealing with how you're relating to people, all right, and how you're communicating to them. So communicating the relations, as I said before, you got to be creative in how you're sharing things. So a lot of relationships are going to be transformative, guys, real transformative information. And the moon is the people. So I already know it's dealing with foreign affairs and how people are really comprehending that which constitutes how the engagements pertaining to foreign affairs are to go. So allow that communication to really dominate with the details, that you allow yourself to really, be in honor and stay in honor. Don't allow yourself to be proud, all righty? Because what is necessary really in this moment is to really be able to communicate the importance pertaining to your local community. And maybe your local community is really abroad. Maybe it's an internet community. However, you're able to meet all the time on different social media, video chatting applications. All righty. And you can really allow yourself to really bring forward the detail because that communication, Mercury, is dominant and exalted in Virgo, still within this retrogradation arc, what the contemporaries call retrograde shadow. I hear you, right? And actually having the accidental dignity in the third house. So these detailed communications will really serve you best when you really allow yourself to see how you can further expand by no longer contracting death and rebirth pertaining to the way things are really on your heart and allowing your inner child to really be rebirthed and resurrect in a fashion that can really bring about an awesome balance in how you think within your own infrastructure. And what I mean by your own infrastructure, those standards that you have for yourself, you'll see that they'll change. So you may be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. It's time to grow a little more. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased as I get my pen from my pen tablet, my beloved brother, Terrell Tamari Bey, Islam.
Islam. All right, T. We're looking at the holy day, the 7th of October, 2022. That's a Christian calendar year, or Kusei Koax. Koa. And 1442, 7th October 1442 would be Moore's calendar year, right? So again, sun's at 14 degrees, Libra, 10 minutes. And pretty much like Brother Hassan told you, really just consider before you, make a move. Think before you act, right? This is also like
read some letter.
Figure before you litter. Isn't that what they say? Don't be a litter critter. Figure before you litter. Okay, I yield.
This is just this Thursday. I mean, this Friday, this holy day is that sense of enjoyment and pleasure, sensual pleasure. But that's also like just training yourself or training your mind or physical training. It's possible. But if more affectionate, you can be just specifically love and affection is just beautiful for this day. Some sort of liberation that will indeed occur. However, also be open to the obstacles throughout the day as well. The balance of beauty and challenges. Seeing how that works. So our first aspect, we're going to look at Moon sextile Uranus. So Moon's in Pisces, Uranus is in Taurus, right? So Moon is in the first house, and Uranus is in the third, right?
Correct, bro. You are spot on.
So this is just a sense of healing. You see the Moon's in the first, Saturn's in the first too. This is like just honing in on your health, and also just like where you put your attention, and how that may need some reorganization. Like you may need to reconfigure the things that you have been indulging in. But specifically with the Moon sextile Uranus, Moon in Pisces, Uranus and Taurus, it's just best to really like focus on the artistic lifestyle, like music, dance, poetry, ballet, any art, right? Really focusing on that and like applying that art for the day. Like do it for, I don't know, 2 hours, like whatever limit that you have with your hobbies. Let's say you write. So you write 30 minutes a day, try to write for an hour, just like really look to challenge your creative abilities and like see how you may be able to create something outside of, your creative limits, so to speak. It's just doing something different within that bound of what you know how to do, right? So just really consider that. And the emphasis will be longevity. Uranus and Taurus, and it's retrograde in Moon in Pisces. So that's very cerebral, so to speak. So it's very mental in a sense, but it's also relative to how you feel. So just pay attention to that. And really think before you act, really, because the next aspect is Moon square Mars. So Moon's still in Pisces, Mars is in Gemini. So this can be a petty debate just about the little things. So, or it's simply clarity or illusion, right? So Mars is in the 12th, 22 degrees Gemini, 18 minutes. And the moon is in the 10th, right? 22 degrees, 18 minutes.
Correct.
So just again, it's like, this could be the debate about what you should be doing or what's best for your life or what it's just like, you're so intelligent, you should go to college. It's like, I don't have to go to college because I'm intelligent. That's that.
Try not to laugh, yo. That was so real. I felt that one. That's
just that that discrepancy with Moon and Pisces, right? Because that has something to do with universities or some sorority or college, same thing, university, right? Some sort of school of thought. And then you see Saturn's in the 9th, so it's like that pertains to like the family of doctors, like, and then you have this oddball who just loves to make music, or he loves to dance, or she loves to dance. So she's like, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to dance and or play the piano. You know what I mean? Something, Mars and Gemini, it's like the piano or the guitar, maybe saxophone. We're talking about the wind or air. But yeah, it's really just standing up, for yourself. This is self-purification or like the imposter syndrome type energy. Like, you have to know who you are for you and not for someone else's what's the word? Approval or like you're accepted now because I can show you this paper here that says I am qualified here because I have this book here. So, right? It's like getting over that discrepancy. It's like controlling oneself. That's Moon in Pisces, square Mars and Gemini. It's just controlling your temper, not being so moved by the ones closest to you and their they could just be criminals, or they just could have criminal mentalities, and it's just like, okay, right? So just
see on this one.
It's finding the beauty and resistance, because you have to stand up for the things that you are into, or things that so the fact is you'll find beauty in resistance, because that's just this aspect. You'll have to protect your mind just as much as you'll have to protect your physical body and the things, your home, whatever may be the case. But it's always starting internally first. So that's breathing through the tension. That's Moon square Mars.
And speaking from experience, I know brother Jag, you're right now speaking from not only your experience, however, what we all experience, because we are more than qualified to do what we're even doing right now. First and foremost, honoring our ancient foremothers and forefathers, that our days may be long upon the earth plane. So that's why we're in honor. That's why we made sure we're either El or Bay here. All right. There is no sovereign citizen stuff. We're not going to allow people from SPLC try to convince FBI on some bullshit and stuff like that. We're more than qualified before even we were certified from via our own free national press, let alone have an international professional astrology organization now also give their stamp and seal, right, to who we are and what it is that we're really great at. So yeah, it's not just about I got this paper that says I'm qualified. How about, can you be that before the documentation? And with that, I yield the floor.
Islam. It had to be a dream before it was some sort of before it was some external quality. Like, here you go.
It had to be a dream before it came physical extreme.
Exactly. Like, seriously, man. Like, it had to have been. It had to be a thought before it was a manifestation.
Yes. Islam. So
that is the proper
the order.
ahead, bro.
That is the proper order. It is not the opposite. Islam.
It's on me. All right, let's do this.
Islam, bro.
Let's get this. All right,
Top of the moment.
Right. All right, so we're on a Saturday, October 8th. All right, so we're at sunrise, guys. Sun conjunct the ascendant. Sun's transiting Libra, ruling the 11th. So, like Brother Jack said, I think for his sunrise, he was like, just kind of like love and respect yourself. So, for this day, make sure you, I think it's like by, what's the name of that group? It's that just a touch of love, a little bit. Rise up and play this. With just a touch of love, just play that this day. Touch of love, a little bit. Little brother Corey Sprinkle, you do that a little bit. Yeah, guys, just make sure you getting creative, stretching, not hating, because hating ain't healthy, right? So definitely just rise and just find ways to get creative in your day. Find something to do something different, like. Instead of pouring, whatever milk, almond milk, or whatever you use for your cereal with your right hand, use your left hand for that day. Just kind of switch it up a little bit for this Saturn day, as it is all about structure and discipline. I'll get into the first aspect. What we got? We got a lunar Neptunian conjunction.
Oh
yeah. Whew. All right, cool. That's one. Brother Jay, you probably already catching my drift. I know you over waiting.
You good.
Yeah. All right. So we got Luna and Neptune in the 9th house in Pisces, 23 degrees. Interesting. So this is occurring before sunrise at 12:39 post meridian for the Baltimore Corporation area. Yeah, this right here, Luna, Neptune, and Pisces in the 9th. Neptune is retrograde. So yeah, this is it's like reading your favorite book, or someone introducing you to a book that you might not normally would read or even consider. But since it's like a good friend, or it could be even like, I want to say like one of your ministers or a pastor could just recommend something to you, or even like one of your teachers, if you're in school, can just recommend you this book. And it's really going to transform you, because it's really going to make you think. And like, wow, I've been feeling like this, or how does this connect with my life really? For that part. And then just also, just really taking an inside field trip, taking an inside journey here, like just being able to like be out in nature, or like someone's going to be on like kind of like a field trip or something, or like going to see a museum, or just out somewhere foreign, like really finds a new sense of inspiration and appreciation for the beauty of life within themselves, and then how that process moves externally. Because Jupiter's ruling over this too in the 9th, so it's definitely, he's feeling good. So retrograde, yeah. So really just reflecting on just ways that makes you feel good, right? Like, what did you do as an inner child that brought you happiness, peace, or just a sense of love, or what made you feel artistic in that way with that. And yeah, so just definitely do that. Stretch, study, or just read old books, or even watch some old films. Like, this is like major indie film vibes, and this is occurring after so-called midnight. But it's like before, after. Yeah, someone be watching like some foreign films. Like, hey, we're gonna do. Well, they already started movie night previously, but now there's just finishing out. So watching like some major indie films or something. Whether it's about like Netflix films about like institutions, or documentaries about institutions, or just different foreign ministries, or those type deals. I'll yield and we'll keep this thing going. So we've got Luna making a sextile to Pluto. All right, guys. So let's see. But bam, I knew it was coming. All right, guys. So, you happy, Jack? That might get back for getting it to you.
Oh, that's you. You do that to yourself. I don't got nothing to do with that.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Because it's all just self-inflicted, as much as I was trying to project it to you.
Yeah. You be trying to mess with me every cycle. I don't, you know what I mean?
I told you I'm going to start doing like that with the hands. Just point all 5 fingers instead of one.
I will say, though, there was some interesting first 2, transits, because Jupiter is bossing that 9th house that you just did and the 7th house, bro. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is
nerve to be in the house. So the house rulers are inside the house that the transit influencers are in, and it's just like, whoa, that is. Even when you were speaking on that last one where it was Luna, Neptune, and Jupiter all there, it reminded me. I promise you that when we were in a jurisprudence gym, and that young lady said she was dealing with the deans and everybody else wanting to force her to wear a mask, or she couldn't show up to class on campus. It's like, that's about to be a wrap. Everybody's going to wish that they wasn't, practicing medicine and violating HIPAA. You know what I mean? For that sake. And it's like, wow, man, like, it is a riggedy wrap, because there's going to definitely be, it's going to be one of those late night sessions where people are just opening up emails at midnight and shit, like, fuck, like, why is this happening to us? I'm going to lose my boat. It's like, yeah, you might not be able to go fishing because you're trying to force people to suffocate themselves with masks, but they can't come to learn, so to speak, if that's what they're even doing in those institutions. However, anyway, yeah, I yield the floor.
I concur with that, bro. Just to add, like, that's happening all over. So it's even like, let's just say, like, because you was mentioning specifically, like, that's a charlatan. So she's dealing with charlatans, and that's what the people who trusted certain gurus, or certain beings who they thought had certain information, that they're finding out that shit was fraud, or they got those actual documents from someone else who gave those documents away for free. Like, oh, tough life. Yeah, but
that TN tsunami don't get the fuck out of here. No.
Let's see what we got here. We got Luna and Pluto making a sextile. So we have Luna in Pisces in the 7th. We've got Pluto in the 5th, in Capricorn here, retrograde. Oh, this is 5-7 energy here, occurring 3 houses away. So this is like an ending of a mental cycle here. Yeah, as Brother Jag was saying, with like the self-imposter syndrome, like the imposter syndrome, the imposter syndrome, the like projections. Anything really just dealing like when it comes to like love and wisdom, like what's not bringing you that peace and stability. Pisces is all about love and wisdom. With Luna, it deals with mother, deals with how we nurture ourselves, and really just like the soul development as well. And with that, and Pluto is just ending of a cycle, Or you could look at it as something is transforming. So your mental is transforming from how you used to do things to how you do now. From how you used to do partnerships if you're single, or if you even like, in a matrimony, let's say marriage or a relationship, or you're in talking stages, it's an opportunity to really catch your mind, like when it comes to the thoughts or just the feelings of things coming up. So that now you can, reassess these things and just really transmute those energies, whether it's feelings or not. Things are coming up or beings are coming up. Pluto's in the 5th, so Capricorn. So yeah, it's definitely like beings or romance that challenge your own status of yourself and just where you stood pertaining before, like the relationship, the partnership. Also, there's going to be just an expansion on contracts here. So if you're dealing business with authority figures, if you signed a contract, there's like an opportunity to really expound upon that here. With that, and because Jupiter's ruling over the 7th and Saturn's ruling over the 5th, Saturn's in the 5th as well. So yeah, this is all about structuring first your temple constitution, your body and mind constitution, and just how you relate, like what brings you joy, like how do you love, asking yourself these questions. Definitely with Luna and the partnerships, or your partner, or just meeting someone could bring that to you. These questions for you to, just continue to build upon your foundation for yourself. Or it could be a collapse of the foundation, not to be a doom and gloom astrologer, but if your foundation ain't right, or actions ain't right, things could, wash over, right?
Tower moment.
Tower moment, yeah. So definitely some tower moments, some for the tarot cards, I'd probably say like a death card too, not in an evil sense. I don't even take it. Oh my God, you said death of the devil. Come on, yo. Go read some metaphysics, yo. Get out the spooky hoo-ha. I don't care if Halloween coming up, like
Hallows Eve. That's the day before All
Halloween.
Saints Day. I yield.
Right. So yeah, really just structuring here and just continuing to grow upon things, taking it day by day. And Mercury's ruling the ascendant, right? Mercury is dominant, strong, in Virgo. So in his sign, in his sign, it's exalted. So yeah, really just taking notes. Whether you would like to go through all your old notes, or like I see like a lot of folks, a lot of ascending beings really going through their old social medias and just seeing like, oh wow, I used to be like that. Or when like it pops up on Facebook, memories, and it said, oh wow, look at this memory from I used to do that. Now look at me now. Look at that growth. And just taking the, like Brother Jack said again, I think, taking the obstacles as a blessing, not a blessing, as a just beauty in disguise. Because everything was easy, how we know, what motivates us. Sometimes pain motivates us, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, but look at it as both sides. And I would yield.
Mercury, Jupiter, and Neptune are ruling the angles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 10 for Mercury, 4 and 7 for Jupiter and Neptune.
All right, so yeah, communicating.
This is like this is a beautiful morning. Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like,
you should probably read chapter 1 of the Circle 7. If you've never read the Holy Quarterback, you probably read.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment on Saturday, 5:14.
And then compare it to Genesis 1. You're like, hold on, no, wait. What?
Yes.
And there's gonna be that moment where your body just vibrates, or like you get a cold chill. You're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
And your euphoria feeling.
Like, did I write this?
Can I do that? That's the only L I guess they'll get to if they, you know how people try to avoid the truth. Like, I'm gonna run over here, and it's like truth, and it's like, oh, let me run over the truth, and it's like, fuck, let me run into the truth. This keeps popping up in your face. Yeah, so you might as well at least accept the irk L that's just keep popping up in front of your face. It's like, go home, Steve. Not happening. But anyway, I got you, bro.
It's slime. All right, so moving on next. Let's see. We've got a lunar Mercurian reflection. Word to brother Jag. I got you right here, bro. Don't even worry.
Yeah.
Don't even worry. All right, so we got Luna 6 and Pisces and Mercury and the 12th. So they're definitely reflective of the signs they're usually home at. You know, Virgo deals with 6th house, Pisces deals with 12th. All right. You got Luna right there, conjunct Spirit too. So yeah. This is all about reflecting, because now we got the details and the bigger picture house and the bigger picture in service. So yeah, definitely getting back to the why for everyone that is in service. You know, whether you're front of house, back of house, you party planner, wedding planner, you know, whatever means of fashion that you do service, you're definitely getting back into the details of it. Because, you know, it's like, okay, wow, this is my bigger picture, but, you know, what makes the movie so great, you know, or whatever I do that is so great is because all the details and forethought that went into that. So now you're definitely, I've seen some like getting like an inspiration, like an idea in private, like when they're just in solitude or just like reflecting, just like kind of like laying in bed and like just thinking back or reminiscing, they'll start to have these clicking moments within themselves, and Jupiter ruling over that too. Yeah, man. So it's
yes, you've been having nothing. Yo, your first 3 transits, yo, like first Neptune and Luna was conjunct, ruled over by Jupiter and Neptune. The second one you had Mercury and Mercury's ruling 10 and 1, while Jupiter and Neptune are ruling 4 and 7. And now again, Mercury's ruling the 12th and Jupiter and Neptune are ruling the 6th. I'm just saying, I was like, yo, that's like a neon sign for me. I don't know about anybody else, but that's a blaring neon sign. And may I take this moment, Brother Sean? Again, shout out to brother,
bro. You already know.
Shout out to brother Aramulava Bay as he posted in the chat, interacting with us, as well as Epic Studies. That is brother Asar Rail Bay. Shout out to you, beloved, near the land of the midnight sun, near Al-Aqsa, right? Alaska, right? And our beloved mother, Energy Divine L, peace of greens to you, mother, also. And thank you all. And you guys know we love when you interact in the chat. You know, however, don't come heckling because we'll handle you, you know. So with that being said, I yield to you, brother Sean. No, this is a great Saturn day, and it's just getting started. You know, this is going on overnight. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, because now this is hitting right into Aries. So this is your void of course too.
After sunrise. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely just be joyful. As Brother Jag told me for my past soul return, just be blessed, just be joyful with everything. Luna's and Pisces in the 6th. So yeah, I definitely see like scheduling some appointments. Like going to a museum or like going to a water park, you know, something that's filled with information, excitement, and something that you can just enjoy. Like, so let's say there's like an amusement or a fair going on wherever you domicile at, you know, really going to that and just enjoying it, and just like probably like the children are like, oh, look at that. Just the details of like how it's all set up, how it operates. We'll really be able to just start enjoying ourselves if one hasn't. And definitely making sure you, you know, making these purchases now before this period right here, because Luna will be void of course after this. So, yeah, and pick up a book too. Like if you're in service, like I definitely see someone possibly taking like a class or reading some books on just something to further advance themselves and whatever area they do, whether it's, you know, bartending or forklifts or whatever just service that you do. You can be really looking forward to just expanding upon that, or just truly embracing more.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Joe. That was an emotional outburst. Go ahead.
Let's see. I think my first vertical course was what, 7 hours? Was that the 26-minute one or the 41?
This is the 446. I was just saying because you and Brother Jag said read a book, and I was just like READA.
Okay.
Shout out to Bomani Amar, man, for that joint. Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book. Like, I just think that's so hilarious, yo. That song is hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, we're hitting the next button here, right? Bingo! Right? All right. I yield, bro. Goodness gracious, another fourth house in the
fourth, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Muy. All right, y'all. So we have a lunar ingress in Aries. So definitely with some actual diggity here. So yeah, definitely moving forward with what you did from the previous cycle, from when Moon was in Aries and it traveled, did its dance around the zodiac, and now you're starting fresh. So what goals did you did, reviewing the goals, maybe even possibly like restructuring the home or just implementing just some things that you feel and seem fits that will do good to be in home, whether it's like sleeping schedules, eating schedules, and even like I see there's gonna be like some mothers out there implementing a like daily like words of wisdom, something like that, like a daily words of wisdom or a daily mental exercise to really coach and heal either themselves and also their little ones, and really just start to in the spirit burn away all wounded healings and pain when it comes to the home, especially when it comes to clearing generational patterns and habits, all these things that are talked about. Yeah. So yeah, definitely taking the initiative to just really go and be yourself and really just implement these plans and projects that you have for yourself. And, it might feel fiery to some, but hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And yeah, like starting to, things are starting to come in alignment from the inner part of yourself that you see and what you would like to see on the outer. So really just seeing why things take time and, like I said, just the growth and development. And also just new feelings of action are coming up here. And I will yield and we will get into the next aspect. It's probably still be in the fourth, probably fifth. We got a lunar conjunct Jupiter. She still got accident. Oh, nope, move to the second. Wrong way.
Wrong
way.
Mars was ruling over that fourth house in that one. Was it? Was Mars?
No, I think it was Jupiter. I think it was
still Jupiter.
Mm-hmm. This is guru, so yeah, definitely if you're not connecting with your own wisdom, like what are you really doing? Or if you're not open to new wisdom, then you're not really gonna grow. It's kind of like when they throw like those office parties and everyone does something and one person comes in, it's like you didn't get the message. It's kind of that what's occurring. Or what's that saying? You didn't get the memo.
You're talking about like that Martin Luther King memo?
Mm-hmm.
He was the only one wearing a tie, and everyone else that set him up to get assassinated weren't wearing ties. Yeah, I know a lot of people probably don't want to talk. Well, don't you talk about Martin Luther King? You better shut.
Yeah, my man's El Haj Malik Shabazz. They shut him up too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. However, if we're not mistaken, he was a modern European, though, wasn't he? Was he not? Is that true?
Are you talking about Malik?
Yes. Was he a modern European? Was his mother a daughter?
I think so.
Interestingly, how is that possible? So that makes you really think about the energy overall pertaining to El Haj, if you really think about it. Cool. Like if you really think about Hajj Malik Al Shabazz, you really think about that, knowing what we know, that we know a higher quality than just the, oh man, power to the peoples and our people.
Yeah.
We're so beyond that zoo. However, we're here presenting a different kind of zoo, Zodiacus. Anyway, I yield. Go ahead, Brother Sean. I yield.
Let's see. We got Luna and Jupiter conjunct in the second. Once again, being ruled over by Guru here. In the second house. So this is reassessing one's finances here. How do you spend, or finding more ways to, I would say, quote unquote, make your money work for you, right? Or really just reviewing the daily task or the daily routines that you do. How can you incorporate more love into your daily routine? How can you incorporate more healing, more wisdom, more true spirituality, and not the fake wokeness that you see all over the internet, right?
Yes. Say it again.
Yes, so incorporating the real spirituality and not that internet, that woke reality here. So yeah, definitely there's endings, there's healings. You're working with the home. So the best way to balance this energy out that's occurring with Luna and Jupiter is really just getting to the details of it. What makes you anxious when it comes to spending finances? What makes you anxious when it comes to organizing or stepping up the leader inside of you? What makes you anxious? Or what details are you missing in your life? Like, could you be only caught on the details that you miss in the bigger picture? So now when it comes to seeing the bigger picture, how does your wisdom and what you do correspond with your vision that you want to see? Are you right foot and left foot in it, or are you just hopping on one foot thinking that's going to be better, right? Let's see. Yeah, Saturn and Uranus is ruling over the ascendant. Saturn's in the first, or Uranus in the third. So yeah, you're definitely there's going to be reviewing just your early upbringing, or really having your values come up, your value system. Wow, and that's going to be in a square. So yeah, that's interesting. Luna and Jupiter are conjunct, and Saturn and wow, yeah. So definitely take it easy. Yeah, that Saturn and Uranus is gonna be exacting that square soon. So yeah, definitely nurture yourself. Be easy on yourself. Definitely tell yourself that you're doing a good job, because sometimes thoughts come up, whether it's our own or others, that will make us to think different. With that Saturn Uranus square occurring, it's definitely
that's their station. Remember, it's a station square, bro. Just to add to your wisdom, I yield. It's a station square, parts out by degree only, though. But yeah, you're on it. You are on it.
So yeah, definitely. Just know that everything that's happened was just a challenge for the better. And that things pass. So so that's why it's definitely good and get into the literature and just finding something that brings you joy on the daily. And with that, I will yield, and we will keep this thing going. What song was that? Keep rolling.
Too. That day too is pertaining to a particular Intuition Monday that Brother Sean has scheduled for us. We'll be going over a former Team Nick chairman's solar return, which happens that day, but we'll be going over his chart. That's the last Monday pertaining to October that we'll be doing that particular being's chart.
Indeed. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure it's the end.
They're October 8th, their solar return. However, even though their sun degree is happening on the 9th, so their actual solar return.
No, it'd be the 24th. It's 24th.
Okay, so on the 24th, we'll be going over that former chairman of Team Nick's natal chart. And
I
whose
had to
solar return is
apologize for
actually.
speaking the truth, but yeah.
Say it again.
I said
What'd you say about?
apologize for speaking some truth.
Yeah, he's yeah. It's all good.
I won't say who, but it ain't Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. All right. So anyway, yeah, man, his solar return then would actually be happening on the 9th, even though it said he manifested on the 8th October. But we know he has a 16-degree, 32-minute, what was it? 16-degree, 32-minute type of solar celestial longitude.
Mm-hmm.
However, though, we are here, bro. Do your design. I yield.
Oh no, it was 16 exact. Yeah, because we was talking.
Oh, that's right. And his moon was at like 1627.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I yield.
That's all righty. So we're on Sunday. We're on the soul day, right? Yeah, sun still in Libra. We know that. For about another 13 days, about another fortnight, around there. So yeah, Libra season, just embracing beauty, embracing creativity, embracing balance, embracing justice within ourselves and those around us. Yeah, Libra, 7th house. So yeah, partnerships, business dealings, contracts. This is where the consciousness is at and focused. Only, just on the soul level, but in the 5 cycle level, it's taking what we do on the soul and really being that self-driven cardinal leadership energy, because that's what's occurring on Earth. Because I'll go ahead and drop it. Yes, tropically it is Sun and Libra, but we know opposite sign of the Sun is Earth, so that is in Aries. So yeah, just moving forward, embracing change, being a leader within ourselves. Alrighty, so what's the first aspect? We have a lunar Venusian reflection. All right, so right, mirror, anyone? All right, so we've got Luna in the 5th and Aries 12 degrees. We got Venus in the 11th. Interesting. So we on the 5-11 axis. Where's Mars at? Mars in the 7th. Why'd I even ask where Mars is at? I was joking.
Under a dominant Venus's dispositorship.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this here is Luna's about to be conjunct Chiron in about less than 2 hours. Yeah, so this is Luna and Aries. This is definitely like embracing whatever creative ways that you do, or definitely like feeling the urge to really take care of yourself or your loved one, or just like any of your partners that you're dealing with, or in that sense of fashion, or really doing something for your little one that brings them joy into their light. Collective 2 in that 5-11. Yeah, so this is like friendships and partnerships. This is this is probably somebody's gonna be just posting something like, oops, I didn't mean to do this or whatever.
Somebody telling on their friend on accident.
Oops, I didn't mean to leak that. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, fuck with me. No.
That's why sincerity is the key.
Since yes, indeed. And Venus and Libra in the 11th, yeah. This is about bonding with those that you really care about, or really just seeing the beauty of like the arts, the beauty of being like socially aware of things, and just wanting balance in how you relate to others. Like if things are feeling one-sided or not balanced, then yeah, you're definitely reflecting on this because you're going to be feeling away, so definitely embrace that feeling of away that you feel, and relate that harmonically and let other folks know how you feel. Because you want to
Speak
deal
up.
with them fake. So the question is it really real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fake love does not exist. That's a bond of straw. That's what we call that. It's called a bond of straw.
Bond of straw, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's rolling with 7 too. Yeah. So conversations are being had, Joe. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, conversations are being had about just love and your partner, or the children are just like drama. So like watch out for the drama. But even though sometimes you can't avoid it, sometimes you can find a silver lining in some drama that you can take away from yourself. So yeah, just take it easy and make sure you just want to stay balanced and really just stay love and sincere. And when beings aren't, love and sincerity, things kind of show themselves, It's like that. What's that saying? They always are telling themselves, even when they don't want to say it, they'll show it. So yeah, Venus and lunar reflection, just paying attention to the actions and words, or paying attention to the actions and not falling sleep off the hypnosis of the words. If they're saying one thing and doing another, don't tell yourself different. All right. And don't take them like, oh, no.
You're full of shit. It's okay.
Here's some castor oil for you. I
Or
put a little bit in your
apples.
smoothie. That's why it's got that little taste. So, but it's still good, though, ain't it? All right, yeah. So just be love, man. Like I think, it's just be love and just really be creative. So this is also like reassessing creative projects within the group. And also within the home. So the home is going to get some healing, and the career, the long-term goal is going to have to go through some changes. And I will yield. What we got next? Oh, we got the full moon, huh? Yeah. Make sure you watch Intuition Monday, where we just went over that. I'm going to make some posts for that, right? As we went over not only globally, but it's also all the rising signs. So it doesn't matter what area code you in. We got you. I don't care if you're in the 505, 404, 212. All right, so Luna and soul reflection. All right, this is occurring in 1st and the 7th. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
All right. So yeah, definitely look back to what you were doing back in either like March, April, whenever we had the Aries full moon. The Libra full moon when the sun was in Aries. So now you can really just start seeing how things have changed. Like what seeds did you plant back for the spring equinox, right? When it was springtime, what seeds you plant? Now it's reassessing and also harvesting. So now Luna's in the 1st, so it's all about self-action, just your identity, and that's reflecting soul in the 7th. Wow, we got a deep 7th house. Sun's there, Venus there, Mercury's there, Vertex is there. Wow. So yeah,
bro. Remember? Oh yeah, remember when we went in on this on Intuition? Monday? I was like, bro, do you see what's happening? It's like everybody's at the party except, Saturn, Pluto, Mars, and Uranus. You know what I mean?
Certainly, like I'm cool, yo. I'm in my joy. I'm cool, yo. Just send me the videos after.
Flat out, being all wise and whatnot.
He's like, yeah, little shorty could have come in 15 years ago, yeah, we would have been getting down. Wow, yeah, Neptune, Jupiter, Chiron, yeah. Wow, so now that makes me clear to what the events that were going, and also how we had that conversation, Brother Hassan, and how Brother Corey brought that up. So it's like, yeah, When it comes to like mothers, sons, like everyone's going through reflective moments. Things are coming up. It's going to bring you wisdom because you're definitely thinking about it. Jupiter's in retrograde, Chiron's in retrograde, Neptune's in retrograde. And this is all in the first house. So this is all dealing with self. So a lot of self reflections are coming up, self-inflicted things and actions. And with Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the vertex being in the 7th, yeah, we're definitely having fated relations when it comes to the wounded healing. It's going to be communications. Some might come off strong, so you might have to tell it, hold there, slow down there, boy. All right.
Learn how to accept, correction without having to blow up about it. And this is, I stand corrected. This is where that 1633 energy is happening. Not you.
That's long, yeah. Yeah, probably gonna be a lot of apologies. Oh, baby, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And just even like probably like a couple what's that? Like getting paid back for some bad contracts or something, part of that too. Venus is there, so it's justice, it's relating to justice. So everyone's gonna be getting their own sense of justice, but also really just letting go of a lot of things. So a lot of partnerships that hasn't served you that you let go, but there were still some lingering energy. It's kind of like when like basketball players or wrestlers, they kind of clap the little dust, the flower, or whatever, and it kind of just all sits there and is lingering. That's all this lingering energy that's looking to be released, because it's definitely a time to release during the full moons. So not only are we, reference to look back and when the sun was in Aries, also just look to see what ideas that you had planted when the Libra new moon had occurred. So make sure you check that Intuition Monday out too. And this is open about partnership. So this is releasing kind of like all the limitations about working with others, fairness, justice, all of that. Just really just getting out of the way so that things can come in and work and be that. And I'll yield and get into the next aspect. We have a lunar Saturnian sextile. We got Luna in the 10th, the Saturn. Luna in the 11th, Saturn in the 10th. Yeah, so this is growth opportunity pertaining to how you feel about your home life and your career. So someone could be looking to exceed past the limitations of wanting to work at the family business. They might have like something they would like to do for their own. Right? Saturn's in the 10th too, and Aquarius. So you're retrograding. So you're definitely reflecting. So this is like emotional structure. This is home structure, inside and out. Inside, inside self-structure. Outside manifestations, not no outside, not inside peanut butter, outside jelly, right? 11th. So there's gonna be a lot of friend talks and a lot of career talks, like goals. It's gonna be occurring. So I see a lot of kind of like home get-togethers, right? At the domicile. Just with the friends, probably like some presentations or just get-togethers or talks or dinner. Just these type things. It's gonna be like randomly organized, like, hey, everybody, my house, Tuesday, sharp. Right.
You know what's so funny too? May I add to your wisdom?
Oh, of course, broski.
Those celestial longitude pertaining to both the moon and what's that? The 12th house cusp? Is that the 12th? Is in the 12th house cusp? Check it out. So, how in tarot, again, shout out to Gemini Brett for, for this Astronomy for Astrologer certification, right? They're talking the Saros cycles, 223 lunations. That's 18.03 years, in harmony with the number 18 tarot card, the moon, right? And then the lunar nodes, transit the zodiac at about every 18.6 years. And then the Metonic cycle for 235 lunations is 19 years, and 19 is the sun card in the tarot, right? So to actually see that there's, as soon as I saw that 18 where the moon is and the 19 for the 12th house at the sun's exaltation degree in Aries, I was like, wow, bro, like there it is again. Like I keep coming across 18, 19, and when the moon and sun are really present, having to do something with that. And interestingly, the sun is 2 degrees, 18 minutes away from what's called its fall degree, right? At 19 degrees Libra. And I'm telling you, man, it's just so amazingly beautiful to really see that even Luna just coming out of the 12th house, yet hugging the 12th house cusp at 18 degrees, which is remnant of the Saros cycle for the moon. And then, 19 degrees Aries is the exaltation degree for the sun, which deals with the Metonic cycle. So just wanted to point that out, bro. So it's definitely some people and the rulership type of energy. So the people are really passing by the cusp of the leadership in a certain way where it's like, yeah, it's almost remnant also of Regulus in, which is the heart of the lion in Virgo. I yield.
And definitely, yeah, there's gonna be a growth opportunity. Like a lot of folks probably now are gonna start finding ways to harmonically enjoy themselves without restricting themselves, because the moon, Luna, is at the mental fertility and physical passionist degree. So yeah, definitely enjoying yourselves, nurturing yourselves, and not feeling bad about it. But definitely being aware of what's too much and what's not enough, what's good for you and what's not good for you. And yeah, Saturn's in the 10th, definitely dominant, strong, and at home. So it's like enjoying some invites to work parties or enjoying meeting some folks, or really just enjoying your own inner structure and your own way you go about things. And just enjoying, planting those seeds of that mental fertility. Enjoying your mind and not letting your mind make you feel this way. And with that, I am done. I will yield for this Sunday, for this whole day, guys. So, yeah, I'm gonna, toss that back to Brother Jack, man. I'm gonna let the sauce do the talking.
Islam. All right, so we're on the moon day, 10th of October, 1442 Moorish calendar year, 2022 Christian calendar year. Right. So this moon day, 17 degrees Libra, 8 minutes. Right. This is just like the bros really just said it. The people are rising, and really realizing that, the people are the authority rather than the opposite, the kings or the rulers thinking that they king or rule over, the people is a fallacy, that's passed away. So this is just that, that's Wake Up and Live, Part 1 and Part 2 by Bob Marley. It's like, yeah, it's like the people are rising. Rise, ye mighty people.
Rise and be mighty.
Yeah. This is the lovely dynamics. It's just seeing the beauty, and like we were saying earlier, in the toil or the challenges. You can see like how it brings some sort of discipline or some sort of courage within yourself to actually stand up for yourself, or to just really go deeper into whatever you may be studying, or to, you know, get a deeper comprehension on whatever you have been studying since you've came out your mother's womb. You know, it's just really this Libra energy right off the full moon. It's like really listen to yourself and listen to your ancestral bloodline and how your ancestors speak to you, because they're speaking to you. So it's best to really like pay attention, because prosperity is right at your feet. It's right in your hands, but you don't realize the gifts that has been bestowed upon you. I don't know what to say.
Is it really a gift? I ain't got a Gucci bag or a belt in my hand, man.
Oh man, you did it. We let them find out for themselves, brother.
If I ain't taking pictures with the stacks of so-called money like this,
Hold on, let me
they
do it.
really living life.
Can I do this?
That's what that's what they need to do. They need
That's
to,
what they need to be doing.
with them books. Hello?
Books. R-E-D.
Hello?
R-E-A-D.
There's two of them right here.
Okay.
You know when
Only
people
us.
do hold those Federal Reserve notes up to their ear, though, it's like they're saying, like, I'm deaf and I can only hear me being a Federal Reserve agent making advances to the Federal Reserve Bank unknowingly. That's how it goes for me. That's how I hear it. That's why I love going to the jurisprudence gym. You know, shout out to everybody at the jurisprudence gym. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like,
I can't be Mario Winans for too long. We don't care how. We don't care if you don't want to know. Yeah, keep believing in that non-truth. 7HealStar gonna let you know.
I know, right?
I
If
yield,
you
bro.
playing me, keep it on the low. No, we're not gonna do that, because your heart needs to take.
You're gonna know the truth.
Yeah, flat out. I yield.
Yeah, so find beauty in your toil. Find beauty in working.
Chapter
And
12.
we're not talking a 9 to 5.
It is
Read chapter 12.
Yes. And chapter 9. And chapter 5. And chapter 47. And chapter 43.
And all the other numbers we didn't mention.
And 44.
And all the, how about, matter of fact, it's a 48-day devotion.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, do a chapter
That's coming.
a day.
Hey, you want to know what's funny? That's coming up again. That cycle that we did last year. Yeah, that's
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Maybe
funny.
we'll do that, because that's where I think we need to take it again, man. Like, let's just do the Quran for 48. Are we going to do so do we do 48 Sundays? We'll discuss it. We got to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
And do we go from chapter 1 to 48, or do we go from 48 to 1?
I like
Back,
both
front,
ideas.
back,
I like
front,
both
back.
ideas. We could do like a reverse.
Jesus Christ. That's gonna be beautiful, bro. Seriously. Like, Jag, because I'm telling you, Jag, like, that could be an AstroCivic Sunday series, man, for 48 out of 52 7-day cycles. Every Sunday? What? Another Meet Prophet Noble Drelly in his literature? Are you serious? But this time we'll just do it, man. Are they ready? Okay,
it's such an exciting thought, right? So yeah, find that beauty in your toil. That's chapter 12. You know, it's all right. So the first aspect is before sunrise. It's moon sextile Mars. Moon is still in Aries. Mars is still in Gemini. Moon is in the 8th. Mars is in the 10th. Mercury is rising. Yeah, so this is just the like we were speaking about courage. This is just the moment to, like, basically release oneself from one-dimensional thinking. Specifically, it's literally expanding your mind to certain concepts or dimensions or realities, whatever words you want to use or term. It's literally specifically eradicating the one-dimensional mind and opening your mind to different perspectives and different concepts. Just specifically for self-improvement, right? This is a self-improvement aspect. It's just you have the opportunity to literally improve, oneself and connect to one's consanguinity, right? Because the moon's in the 8th, it's in Aries, right? And Mars in the 10th, Gemini. But 8th house always, pertaining to some sort of bloodline, or who you come from, or what you come with, so to speak. And then it's in Aries at that. So, Mars rules Aries, it's blood. So then that's another way we can look at the consanguinity or bloodline. So it's just, again, the ancestors are pretty much screaming at you.
yo. I felt that one too, yo. Like, crazy. Be in honor. Honor us so that your days are long upon the earth plane. Like,
yeah.
Yo, that is so
quit being a hypocrite about it.
Flat out, man. All right,
Yeah.
Wow.
Islam. So unfortunately, and we're not doom and gloom astrologers, but this where Mars is, you may be seeing a lot of criminal activity or nefarious activities, just villains or evil type shit. But all of that is being eradicated based off of the sincere beings. So there's love and then there's hate. So that medium they're meeting each other. And one has to be removed. And we know that's who always loses. Hate never thrives, ever. So, it's just really seeing that as what it is, and taking it clearly, because we can only live from one. There's only two motivating factors that we live off of, but we can only choose from one, and that's love or fear, right? So fear would be hate, and love would just be love. That's the universal guideline, love. That's the first principle. So it's really just honing in on that and seeing that and actualizing that's where you come from, rather than realizing that you may come from the opposite side of hate. It's not really where you come from. You may have been taught those qualities, though, based off of, whom we come from, and there are certain situational experiences at that time. So it's like finding your moral compass. With the moon and Aries, sextile Mars, Gemini. This is finding your moral compass and seeing which way it's pointing. Is it east or is it west?
Islam.
So then we can move on.
Mars is in its own term. My bad. I'm just saying, I was looking, bro. Like, Mars is in its own terms while it's in Gemini, ruling over this Luna here. And then I'm looking at Luna's peregrine.
In Mars terms.
Right. Well, where is it? Is it in Mars's terms? Interessante. Yes. Jesus Christ. That is interesting, bro. That is very interesting. Yeah, however, the only ones in mutual reception by term is Jupiter and Mars. And it's funny because this is, again, Jupiter and Neptune ruling 7 and 4.
Right, and Jupiter is in Aries. Right.
Interessante. Yeah, bro. That's just interesting.
Yeah, that's that. So moving on with that moon square Pluto. This is just standing up against, let's just say, the racketeers specifically, ones infringing on the people, and lying to them, deceiving the people for them not knowing. Look at that Pluto. Is it not retrograde? Yay!
No more. It looks like it's a little direct now.
No. All right. So the moon in the 5th, right, in Aries still, 26 degrees, 7 minutes, squaring that Pluto in the third house in Capricorn for 7 minutes. So yeah, like I said, this is standing up against those charlatans, the racketeers, the ones coercing you into contracts that you had little to no information about. So it would be a adhesion contract, so to speak. And just getting familiar with what a adhesion is. So what does that mean? I don't know. Right? You're going on a quest to to answer the questions that you have. Because that Pluto in Capricorn, it's like the business, the actual businessman, and someone who's actually moral and in his field of conducting himself, or you got those like Brother Hassan was speaking about, the gang, like these gang bangers who come like, hey man, hey Mo, it's lying Mo, you know what I mean? Mo? Like that.
Oh goddamn Mo shit. Oh, that is the irkiest shit that ever irked, bro. Because right? It's like, because our principle is truth, and saying Mo, to me, that's shortening the truth, unless you're like a stooge with like Curly and Larry or Shemp, like like what are you poking each other? I remember those stooges. Mo.
Yeah, that's a stooge. That's a stooge there.
Yeah, fucking stooge, right? However, these people, man, how people be so emotionally bound to terminologies that have no standing whatsoever in terms of honoring your ancient foremothers and forefathers. However, I yield.
Islam. Yeah. So there it is. It's seeing the culture is in the language, right? Pluto's in the third. It's like you're seeing how someone articulates themselves, how they even carry themselves, their body language. They don't even have to speak. Specifically observing body language. It's like, oh yeah, he's looking to get over, or like it's not even that. It could be even just seeing how people are easily influenced by these idols, or the people who they see as ones that stand up for their people, or whatever, like whatever guideline that people say about whomever they look up to. It's just that whole energy is fading away, because people are basically showing themselves to, justice. No one can escape justice. No one. So, that's just what it is. Cause and effect is happening.
It's happening.
So just think twice before you really think about anything with this Moon square Pluto. Like if you're thinking about moving, just think twice. Read that contract once, twice, thrice. Really. If you think about getting that automobile, just think about it once, twice, thrice. Like just challenge yourself to really not be so hasty. You may have it, but really make sure that you have it and you aren't moving based off of like emotionalism and just wanting to have something because, again, that you have it at this moment in time. Yeah, so with that, I'll yield the floor, really. Just really stand up for yourself. Connect to your principles and know what those are. Right? So then the moon goes void. Right?
7:01.
7 hours and 1 minute. Yep. So the moon is where it loves to be. It is exalted. It's in the second house, interestingly enough, in Taurus, interestingly enough. And Jupiter is rising. Neptune is rising. Yeah, so this is cool. This is maybe getting into sewing or knitting or sewing specifically though. Maybe starting to sew clothes, or you just bought a sewing machine and now you're watching YouTube University on how to sew, or one of your closest friends are coming over teach you how to sew. You know, like that's that energy with this moon and Taurus in the second house, hands-on energy. Like, you know, we're creating something tangible. And it has a sense of longevity, you know, something that we can pass down, or something from the past may be passed down to you from your ancient foremothers and forefathers. It could be a ring or a necklace, some earrings, or it could be some beautiful garments, possibly. Maybe a fez or tarbouche, maybe. Turban. But yeah, some sort of inheritance is happening here. And it's definitely going to connect you to some sort of mental background, so to speak, or school of thought, let's say, a psychological school of thought or philosophy.
What about getting gifted some quote unquote land too?
Yeah, right.
It's not far from
right
where they domicile at.
Mm-hmm. Like or discovering that, you know, their grandmother specifically, or the grandmother and her husband or her mate, like you said, the land that they own is like right behind their domicile, and they didn't know they owned it.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Felt that one.
Yeah, but definitely inheritance coming, and it's not. It never just has to be physical, but I'm definitely going with the tangibility with this moon in Taurus, and then it's gonna, you know, conjunct that Uranus as we go on throughout the day. Well, tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow on Tuesday, the 11th. But yeah, man, just really be open to something very unusually beautiful. And it may be unusually beautiful because of the guidelines or the mental process. The way you may have looked at that thing specifically may be changing now, or it may help you change, so to speak, for self-improvement. Yeah, that moon and Taurus energy. And with that, I yield. And then I think I got one more with Mercury going into Libra. Yeah. So this is just, look at that. Ha! 51 minutes. Gotcha, brother son. Gotcha.
Jesus.
That's a 6, though. That's funny. 5 + 1. That's hilarious. Anyway.
Let's just not do an exact time. Bumping up a little bit.
Take it back a little.
Yeah, man. Take it back one time.
That's hilarious.
Cha-cha slide that Mercury back to the 6th house.
6th house it out.
That's funny. That's funny though, because Venus is ruling the chart and she's in the 6th though. Look at that. It just has to find its way.
Amazing. And the 6th house. Yeah, she's definitely dominating.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this
Yeah, this is a cool. This is a cool Mercury ingress in Libra. This is like going through the old pictures, your old family photos, seeing childhood photos of yourself possibly.
Look at that snot in my nose.
Yeah, or that cool ass shirt you had on, or dress. You know what I mean? Like, dang, mommy, you got me pretty cool, or granddad, or puppy. You know what I mean? But yeah, this
Mercury should have met me.
This is going back to the childhood for sure, though. But it's funny because maybe like someone from your childhood may be studying law. They haven't went to law school. However, they may be studying law, or they could just be, you know, into constitutional principles, or just ecclesiastical law, possibly any sort of law study. It's pretty much paramount here. People are definitely going that Articles of Confederation, Declaration of Independence, Constitution,
Treaty, and the Articles of Association, which we just went in on like 2 Sundays ago. Yeah, bro.
That Association, that the Articles of Association and the Articles of Confederation, those two are like being super examined.
Hold on, is this the part where we go, you're welcome?
But yeah,
people be trying to avoid RV Bay publications like it's okay, let's try to put away RV Bay publications and start our own national documenting type stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying that, RV Bay publication has a monopoly on this. Like, at least respect it first before you start jumping out there talking about you doing it. And I get it. You can make your own type of documentation on toilet paper as long as you can stand on it. Mm-hmm. However, there's a spirit, a lawful spirit that should really be at the forefront, pertaining to everyone's mind in love and honor, being pure heart, being sincere intent. I yield, Brother Jay.
Islam, and Mercury and Libra is just the epitome of jurisprudence. What is jurisprudence? That's Mercury and Libra. It's like it's gonna know. Right. Words. Mm-hmm. Right. Who's speaking these words? And now it's an intensity here with Mercury and Libra, because we know after Mercury and Libra, it's going into Scorpio. So this is just diving into what it is that we are interested in. And now, as we dive into it, it's going to get deep
mm-hmm.
and intense. And it's going to be fun, though. You're going to find so much joy in it, because you're going to be studying with with so much joy in your heart. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be boring and I don't know, draining. The studying isn't going to be draining and boring. It's going to be like playing fucking hopscotch or jump rope or playing basketball. It's going to be enjoyable rather than, I'm tired of reading this page about law. That's not the energy, right? So yeah, just yield to being the student and the child. With that, I yield. Islam.
Islam. All righty. So it is on I. All right. So when it comes to this next sunrise here, it's happening on the 11th October 2022. As we said, this is Iloa Hama'il. For those that spell Hama'il with the Chamael, or some will say Iloa Zama'il. All right. This sunrise is happening. It's taking place at 18 degrees Libra, 7 minutes. It's taking place at 0700 hours, 16 minutes and 37 seconds. And again, this is during 1422. All righty. Moorish chronology calendar, right? Moorish calendar year, some people would say. However, according to the Crusade Claw adjustment, this is, as my brothers have been eloquently stating, that this is 2022. And again, we are making sure we're honoring our ancient foremothers and forefathers so that our days may be long upon the earthland. We do not denationalize for the sake of going along and getting along with everyone else who just may have a limited time in studying or a limited time in really just wanting to be honorable. I don't think it's taking much time to just have a sincere inkling with inside yourself. You know what? I just think I just want to be an honorable being. I can be in harmony with being honorable, even if I don't have all the time to study. Like, these brothers at 7HealStar, it's all right. We're not, nan boo boo. You can't study like we do. We're not doing that as much as we're saying, watch out for that tree, George of the Jungle, or here, grab the life raft. And don't be sitting there, like Brother Todd was like, and they'd be like, you'd be like, grab the life raft. They'd be like, gasping for air, like, no, because that life raft is plaid. It's against my beliefs. Okay. So your new appellation is Shark Food, obviously. Shark Food Bay or something, I guess, right? Was that what it would be? Because you're in the waters. So anyway, with that being said, we're not, I know, sometimes Brother Hassan comes off like he's being, what's the word? Sarcastic. And really, I'm not. We're just being comedic. It's funny to us because, you know, we know how important it is. And, you know, sometimes people are like, well, if people don't know how important it is, what we got to do, you know, because I'm at the point too, like we do that, Brother Jag, when it comes to, because this is what this is making me think of too, as far as that divine balance that's happening here, you know, with the spirit sun, right? Because part of spirit means a lot of the sun that's there in the seventh house. However, you know, the spirit of taking people to simple etymology, like the word black. And we got to show the people, you know, hey, let go of your emotional attachment to the word black. All righty. And ask yourself this question. Are you pale? Like when you look in the mirror with your copper toned skin, because the various copper toned beings founded by early European settlers is the definition for American. So you'll be ready to fight if somebody called you out your so-called name. They called you bitch or punk or anything like that, right? However, when it comes to black, though, which is the lowest of the low to be called, unless you're pale skin. And again, I'm not being mean. We're putting things in proper perspective outside of us wanting to feel a certain way when the words hit our ears. Okay, let's not go there. Let's do order. All righty. Let's be in order here. Are you really that attached because you think the word excellence after black actually means something? Like, how do you have dead excellence? Okay, because you must got the cherry oak coffin then with the hearse on 20s. No, 24s, right? Is that what it is? I mean, because that's where we're at here, guys. We're just 53 arc minutes away from the sun being at 19 degrees Libra on this day, which is quote unquote the fall. So that's why I even called the season fall, because there was actually a breadcrumb, Hansel and Gretel, for you to get back to honoring your ancient foremothers and forefathers. But no, you want to call the season fall as if that's a nickname for autumn. I say that's loud and wrong. It's really one of many breadcrumbs to get back to the fact that here at the North Gate, being occupied by some corporation that actually we set in order. We set this corporation in order. So
whoa. A corporation? What corporation?
Well, the United States of America Corporation is a service corporation. That's an agreement, you know, by, you know, Moorish familia, right? They're, you know, loving members. Just one set of the loving members was near what they call London, England, right? Across the pond, yeah. So and then there's us, because we're everywhere. All righty. And so there was a means to, you know, hey, let's help out our Albion sons and daughters and have something for them, or these undesirables here. Let's do our best to not kill them all quickly. So let's give them a chance to repent. and let's have these clown towns called colonies. And I don't mean to disrespect the word clown, because clown is a high priest, and you go and do some, you know, some extensive research. However, I'm talking about like a louse, a boar, a caveman, right? You know, have those beings, give them a chance. Even though when you go back and really study, you know, there was supposed to have been some disposability taking place very easily. So this would be a good time to stop getting offended, guys. And what you really need to let fall is the spirit that is imbalanced. All righty. So the imbalanced spirit is a life motivate that really does. There was a song called Self-Destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that might be what you might want to, you know, sincerely consider, especially with, you know, morning stars. Both Mercury and Venus are morning star. That's interesting. Even though Venus is combust, so anything that Venus is ruling that we've been speaking on has really been in council with the king, with the sun. So the sun has always been co-ruling along with Venus the whole time we've been given our diverse testimony, which is going to equal up to our full synthesis for these 7 days. All righty. So really allow yourself to really take the beauty into your heart right before This is just, a few degrees before even Venus goes Kazini. All righty, and be the Habiballah, the sweetheart of Allah, or the sweetheart pertaining to all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. All righty, so you can't really ignore the fact that this is the hub of the universe. This is the North Gate here at Amexa, occupied by a service corporation that seeks to have its members, agents, assigns, etc., to try to force you under their statutes to act under. All righty, so be clear to not be offended by the way we word what we're saying, and stop looking for us to soften the truth for you. Because if you got hate in your heart, let it out. let it out, especially by the time that sun gets to 19 degrees Libra, so that you can really get rid of the spiritual imbalance that is really plaguing not only you, however, the minds of many under the global hypnosis that's termed indentured servitude. And with that, I yield the floor. My first aspect and only aspect, we have a solar Saturnian trine here. Looky, Astro Cookie. On that, it's funny because, Sun trine Saturn reminds me of the zodiacal releasing periods for Leo, 19 years, and Aquarius, 30 years, right? And we just got finished talking about the Newtonic cycle pertaining to the 223 lunations in terms of the Sun card in tarot. So, to really see this happening here, and I want you to really pay attention to the fact that Sol and Saturn are partile. All right, their celestial longitudes are both 18 degrees, 42 minutes. However, Sol is at Libra in the 5th. So that has accidental dignity here, even though being in its fall, having accidental dignity, while Saturn is actually culminating the 10th house. So your standing here can really change in the imbalance if you just stop being so proud about the wrong things. Remember, James Brown, they say James Brown had a song called Black and Proud. However, he never said it. All James Brown ever said was, say it loud. That's it. That was it. So therefore, stop allowing yourselves to shout out after say it loud. You're dead and you're proud. Because in law, if you go, I think that's Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, page 331, where you look up color, right? And I think right under that, you'll find kiwi litor motuus, right? So some would say black is a color, right? Which means it's a simulacrum. It's a semblance. It is something that is apparent. It looks like it's true, but it's not. So you're saying you're untrue and proud. And then it also being kiwi liter motuus. So kiwi liter motuus is Latin for dead in the view of the law. So untrue excellence. I don't think there's a such thing. I think that's called, what is untrue excellence? I think that's called an outright lie. Yeah. So you might want to stop calling yourself a lie. Right? And that's coming from living truth. And then you might want to check your pulse, because you may actually, it may, you might not be dead if you do that. Let me check oh shit, I'm alive. Yeah. So stop calling yourself black. Because you're basically embodying being kiwi liter motuus. All right. And you keep saying that, it's just like, okay, somebody's got to call the coroner and get these zombies from off the planet. So that's I'm joking, however, at the same time, I'm just serious. So color, and black denotes pale in etymology. So black denotes pale in etymology. Okay. So black is pale, and then it's kiwi liter motuus in jurisprudence, so it's dead, and then it's anthropopithecus, right? The negro yavera chimpanzee monkey. is what's also called black. So you're a pale dead monkey? Pale dead monkey excellence. So what is that? Like you just hold your hand to your ass and fling shit on people? That's the only thing I guess a pale dead monkey would be really good at. But then if it's dead, it's not alive. But the dead that it's speaking about is being civilly dead, having no respect. So, you know, people be like, oh, you know what? We're going to demand respect. We're going to go get some Crayola products and some poster board and staple them to 2x4s and march in the streets. Yep, that's how the civilly dead do what they do. So, yeah, you might want to, you know, stop wasting your anger again on the lifeguards, right? And do your best to really learn how to stand on your square like Saturn there. Dominant in Aquarius, making sure it's pouring out the knowledge so that you can really allow yourself to change the infrastructure again within yourself. Be very well disciplined, be wise in making sudden changes in how you stand, having accidental dignity there in the 10th, making sure you have the essentials that are necessary to be in complete harmony with the spirit so that you're no longer experiencing an imbalance in your heart. Mercury, after ingressing, as Brother Jag said, there, it's funny because Mercury is at 1 degree 20 minutes, and a trine is 120 degrees, which is Sun and Saturn's distance from one another. So that's even letting you know, allow this communication to really sink in like water down to your kidneys, because we know we've said before in previous one, hate is bad for your kidneys, right? Haterade is bad for your kidneys, right? So yeah, that's what Brother Sean was alluding to earlier when you're saying it's not good for your health. All right. Allow your blood to flow pleasurably. Allow your heart to be able to pump that liquid without you being a foolish being in spirit, soul, and phi cycle being, which is your physical being. All right. So really allow the communications that are essential to make the sudden changes in your heart so that those imbalances will no longer reflect that which is actually holding back not only you, but your loved ones that are counting on you. With that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Righty. Here we are on the lovely Wednesday. Got the Mercury day here. All right, so Sun in Libra, run lamb, being ruled by Mercury. So yeah, definitely just communicating. Mercury's in Libra now. So speak justice and life into yourself before you step out.
I speak life. Okay, I stop.
Speak life into your world before you step out into the physical one.
Yeah.
You gonna
speak life, enjoy life.
Yo, I'm gonna stop, yo. You already know how y'all do, y'all. Get me started, bro. I'm gonna shut up.
Stand back and enjoy the beauty when you're looking at life to realize that you ain't never been black. And you really white. Even when that goes status, yeah, free white.
Yeah.
Free white lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not talking skin color. We're not talking skin color.
All the free white persons say ah.
Ah, you see my head? You see my head? You see my hasta? To me, hasta.
Yeah, so just enjoy yourselves, and man, really, yeah, it's time to start disliking the ways that you love the lies and loving truth, because we are living truth, right? And we'll get into the first aspect of the day, guys. Okay, we have a Mars Neptunian square.
Yes.
All right, so where we at with it? At Mars there, Neptune. All right, so we got 8 and 11. All right, Neptune 23 degrees, 21 minutes retrograde in Pisces. Mars, 23 degrees, 21 minutes, and Gemini in the 11th house. So this is just the opportunity here to take the reflections. We got Neptune in the 8th, so definitely whatever ways aren't serving you, whether it's by thought processes, whether by institutions, whether by literature, whether by just dealing with other beings. This is really an opportunity to just take it in. What is it? Are you being aware of it? All right, and now Mars in the 11th, which is definitely slowing down as he's getting ready to, take his effect in the retrograde arc, right? And Gemini. So, Mars in the 11th, this is working with others, communicating with others, removing the blocks, so-called blocks, because you're like, oh yeah, them brothers really speak the truth, but I can't work on them because I'm scared if they got fezzes, or something like, not say anything really, but like, and knowing those brothers got it and admitted it in private, but just not wanting to say it, hey, you know what, I know. Anyways, moving on here. Let's see. Yeah, Mars. So yeah, this is, when it comes to like drive, impulses, aggression, really take the aggression that you might feel towards yourself or just others and turn that into something harmonic and beautiful, right? Mars being ruled by Mercury's and Libra in the 3rd. So yeah, definitely find ways to bring mental peace and to start, metaphysically or spiritually, taking that sage and clearing your mind out, because you're trying to clear the home out and ain't where it's at right now. It starts within. So mentally clearing, mental relating to yourself or others. And Venus is about to be in that Kazemi. So yeah. Guys, just really be open to understanding the higher and lower self and not being afraid to merge your higher and lower self, knowing what the lows are, knowing what the highs are. It's not being afraid to embrace your shadows, but also not being afraid to embrace your light. All right. Saturn the 7th, yeah. So service, 6th, 12th, and 7th. So yeah. Service is where you'll be good at, but it might you might struggle a little bit when it comes to the 12th. But just be open to continue to work, even though it seems like things are against you or beings are against you, right? Just continue to keep doing what you do and taking the challenge and just transmuting that energy. And I'll get into the next aspect. What we got? We have a lunar Uranian conjunction. That's gonna occur in the 9th. Yeah, 10. Take it up 10. Okay, cool. All right, 10th house. Wowzers. Sun on a ascendant. Wowzers. Yeah. So we got Luna, and we have Uranus conjunct in the 10th house at 18 degrees exactly. Muy interesante. So, leader of a party is the degrees for this. So, this is being like coming into actualization in your own values, of stopping of being a yes man, like realizing that you are your own leader and that, yes, you may work with others, but you can still be your own, being image, right? It's like, I work with these guys, but I'm not going to take the image of this guy just because he's the, quote unquote, so-called a seeming leader, like still standing your own, constitution and values. And this is like a breakthrough here. So, someone could like be receiving a gift. So this might be a second opportunity or second wave of gifts. Because Luna's exalted, she's like, whoa, yeah, baby. It's time to reward you. Uranus in the 10th. And Taurus is, both their signs in Taurus. So it's about values and finances. Just about security. So it could be, opportunity or being coming along to bring like some sort of financial security or stability so that you can really have a breakthrough and continue to be who you are and strive towards your destiny here. For the collective, right, guys? And it's being ruled by Venus. Venus is in the third, so she's so strong. So it's beauty. This stability that's coming, whether it be like a spiritual gift, material gift, or like lunch, or like a new job or something. This is bringing spiritual beauty that's going to light up your mind and bring back that joy of creating in whatever fashion that you do. So once again, another chapter 12 reference here. Just to really see the beauty and be open to it. It's like, wow, kind of like clearing out like the stagnant energy or just the imbalanced energy. So yeah, bringing back the motivation to you. So just be open to change, be open to peace and balance, and just really be open to removing anything that's not bringing you peace. Because right now, your emotions, your feelings are in tap with, your third eye. But, words to brother Ara. Some of those, your Saturn is decalcified, so you might not be able to truly see. But there's an opportunity for you to open your eyes and start to truly see and value yourself. So value whatever you're doing for now when it comes to your career, or just truly value the goals that you truly see for yourself that others might not see, that they will try to talk down on and project. Because you know that this is your destiny, North Node right there in the 10th house too. So you knowing that your destiny here relates to doing something for the career, something different from the home. Hey, let's get the home. Mars is the 4th house cusp ruler and the 11th. So yeah, definitely being open to working with those that seem foreign or those that might seem, in a neighborhood near you, as they would say. And I'll yield and get into next aspect. Well, we got Mercury, we got a Jupiter, reflection, right?
A Mercurial Jupiterian reflection, man. It's interesting too. You had 4 pre-sunrise transits. I think that's interesting.
All right, so now 323. So this is a reflection, 2nd and 8th. Once again, this is about Mercury is dealing with communications, the arts, finances. Jupiter, Aries. It's all about just change, wisdom, philosophy. It's in the 8th. So this is a transformation occurring. And it can really be clear. There can be a real clarity moment within this. Once you are able just to like stop and reflect. I've said it before about like just seeing the change, but now it's like becoming more apparent. It's like you probably can't ignore it, or you're going to be talking or just out somewhere, music festival or something, and someone's going to do or say something that's going to really make you think and relate. So be open to the change, and someone's also probably gonna probably be like, someone's changing their ways for the better in the collective, because they're realizing that their own actions and kind of like thoughts wasn't really bringing peace to it, not only themselves but those that they were also dealing with, whether they were in a partnership or not, kind of like recognizing one's own faults and not blaming others, right? Man, just be open to seeing things for what they are, and not loving a lie, not telling yourself a lie, to be more comfortable accepting the lie because you don't want to put in the work. Finally, and Jupiter's conjunct. Wow. Spirit, so it's like an opportunity to do something out the norm is coming for someone in the collective, or something to expand their current job is coming up. I'll yield. What we got next? We got a lunar Saturnian. Heart's house. So yeah. So now after that reflection that occurred, now there is a 6th house. Hey, word to Brother Jag, man. Brother Jag. So yeah, now after this reflection, there's an opportunity to once again reassess just the feelings and emotions. Luna's in the 9th, still in Taurus, exalted. Saturn's in the 6th. So yeah, someone's probably definitely going to be changing who they go service to. Because they're going to feel that, hey, I've been supporting or, spending this finance and I'm not, getting what they say, my bang for the buck, or you're not valuing me or those who come to do business here, right? Saturn, Aquarius. Yeah, keep it short. Yeah, values are changing. Values are changing or being tested, right? To see if where they are at or they need to be, or if they're just like really truly serving your highest good. So Luna, it's also, we know that is the people. Saturn is the taskmaster. So the people are definitely seeing just structures change or seeing the value in themselves and what the structures aren't bringing or upholding to that value, especially when it comes to the service of things or, the status of the so-called authorities, or any of that. And Mars is in the 10th. So yeah. There are changes being pushed for when it comes to the job and the career in those two spots. The people are wanting better and are demanding better of those in the seats or the heads. So definitely looking for a change in the career or just your goals, reassessing your goals, like what steps are you taking? Are those still working? All right. Needs to change. All right. So now you're adding a step back to your crossover. Because now it just seemed like the crossover was working, but now it's not working because things have caught on. So be open to change and embrace it. And I will yield and get into the next aspect. And we've got a Luna Neptunian, another sextile, another growth. Right, Luna, Neptune. All right, so yeah, Luna's in the 5th, Neptune's in the 3rd. So this is now Pisces and Taurus, right? Taurus. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is another mental expansion opportunity. I really just be able to get some clarity on your mind and just some different processes. When it comes to security. Are things being really secure or are they stable, or are you just telling yourself that to kind of like, what they say, sweep the skeleton under the rugs or whatever? Right. So are you really able to just embrace love and be truth and see your values, whether, past the material, as that Neptune is a higher octave of Venus. So can you really see love and principle and wisdom from a higher point of understanding besides just the material? Because we know that a lot of beings base their self-worth, their value, and really their whole lives on material possessions. But we know that you can't take any of that with you. So besides material things, what do you have to stand on? What do you value? What really brings you joy? Whether you had everything that you wanted or you didn't have anything that you wanted, how can you still stand on that constitution and be love and be wisdom and be honor and still value yourself without feeling like, especially on the inner, Neptune's in the inner, retrograde. Like, how can you truly value yourself without having things that you feel like you need to do to what society says? So, sextile 2, take you a little short trip here. Something that doesn't cost a lot of finances. And take you a short trip, whether it's an hour, 2 hours. I don't think that's too long of a journey. Or you could do like, the next town over. Just finding somewhere to go that you can enjoy yourself, or stumbling across like a gym, GEM, like going somewhere like, oh wow, I didn't even know about this place. Wow, this is really great. Yeah. With that, I'll yield. What we got next, bro?
Perdone, man.
No, yeah, we
You
got
have a lunar Plutonian trine.
Yep, and Luna will be void of course after this for that's that 7 hour. Wait,
26.
7 hour 26 minutes.
Yuppity duppity.
All right, so last testimony for us, right? We got Luna in the second. Exalted in her own sign too, feeling good. Pluto, we know, is still transiting Capricorn, but hey, out of retrograde, which is looky, Astro Cookie, Brother Corey Sprinkle, right? So now Pluto is direct. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes moving forward, especially if the collective, I'll say if we haven't really noticed, some might notice, some others might don't. But yeah, definitely cycles that have been ended are now being moved forward to these new cycles and new beginnings here. Pluto's in the 11th apartment. So yeah, definitely meeting new friends, new groups, new networks, new establishments, new views of social awareness and being something, knowing that it's bigger than us. Luna in the second. So yeah, really cherishing what you have and finances, and it's a trine. So yeah, I would definitely say if you get invited to go somewhere, definitely go, or making plans. And someone might even get invited to go somewhere. I'd be like, oh, well, I have the finances, and I tell you, don't worry about it. That as well, because the structures have changed. Your emotions, your feelings have changed. Like your soul has went through, like I said, the tower moments, the sun moments. And yeah, it's also like a Hierophant too, being, or they say temperance. So yeah, really now enjoying the changes that you have worked for yourself, that you have constantly did. So let's say the gym rats out there, kind of consistently going to the gym to work out. 7HealStar consistently showing up at the jurisprudent gym and the community service. Or, just however fashion that you always showed up for yourself, even on the days that you didn't. Yeah, this is like that clarity, that transformation, cycle change, and Jupiter's conjunct the ascendant. Yes, so you're like, ooh, you're feeling this mental expansion. You can't help but to feel it. You can't put your finger on it, but you know that it's happening. So now, I'll yield and just ask you, well, what are we doing this year? I think you go listen to
Seriously, man.
No,
Yeah,
it's
very
like, come out the cycle. So now what am I gonna do this year? What you doing this sun side? What you doing this sun cycle?
It's interesting how, yes, the 11th house and the second house are, valued places, so to speak, possessive places. However, the 11th house is like the collective possessive for the career. So, what it is you get from, or what it is that you can possess based off of, even though your own creativity and things of that nature, the 11th house is reflective pertaining to the 5th. However, your standing in society is the 10th, and the things that come from that, the fruit from that you can possess, the values that come from that is where Pluto is currently being ruled by Lucky. Did you see it again? Do you see that 1819 pop up again?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, Luna, of course, exalted in the exaltation sign, even though that exaltation degree is 3, right? Just to actually see. However, this being a value in possessions, right? Reflective of the joint financing energies with those with whom you've partnered or maybe even put yourself under obligation with, right? So that's reflected there, as well as your creativities that you put to the forefront. So I see a lot of people getting a raise in some way, shape, or form. You're getting a raise. Just to add that to your wisdom, brother. Especially with, yeah, definitely a raise. We know that Venus is in council with the king, however, in accidental dignity in the 7th, while being dominant in Libra. So the sun and Venus are ruling over the second house, while Uranus is is assisting, all right, is thoroughly assisting Saturn in the 11th, right? So some very dominating energies here that will be not only transformative, but some sudden changes are definitely going to be made, all righty, to the structure and how people actually allow themselves to really get along with themselves and with others. So, you know, it's like, hey, here's your graduation. You no longer have to put yourself in a debate. I know I'm one that doesn't debate. We just tell the truth. And if someone doesn't comprehend, it's like, okay, this is the part where we're just going to walk away type energy, right? Until people can actually have those unvelations themselves. Because, you know, in being and in honoring, supremely honoring Prophet Noble Ali, right? And with, you know, Prophet Noble Ali being at the forefront pertaining in our minds, and we are pure heart, we are sincere intent, we are love, we are honor. Alrighty. What we can actually see is that sometimes, even though we may unveil some things according to our studies thus far, others may still be, you know, emotionally attached to concepts and ideas that are not serving them. So that's another way of getting a raise, graduating from the spiritual pre-K, so to speak. All right. And really allow yourself to really, you know, reflect those values that are really going to lead you to the sudden changes for your soul's destiny. However, you know, just recognize that those past relationships and the values they're from are only there to be stepping stools to better get you to stand a little firmer and to be much stronger in how you actually assert oneself. All right. So with that, I can stop the screen share here, right? And just lastly, guys, yeah, make sure you make all your major transactions when it comes to, you know, next Wednesday. Make all your major transactions. The brother Sean did tell you it's a 7-hour and 26-minute void of course moon from 1742. All right. It says about 5:42 post meridian Eastern. All right. Because again, our calendar and our charts are based on one standing near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. However, adjust your time accordingly to wherever you are on Midgard, Earth Plane, Asha. All right. So enjoy making sure you make all your major transactions and major beginnings of things, nuances that you may want to get started. Make sure they are either before 1742 Eastern or after 108, 0100, 8 hours. Interestingly, that's a moon number, right? Sacred geometric moon number. All righty, when Luna actually ingresses Gemini, and Brother Sean will commit next Wednesday with that lunar ingress into Gemini, 7 hours and 26 minutes after this aspect here at 1700 hours, 41 minutes and 41 seconds to be exact. All right. Any other questions, comments, and or suggestions, bros? I'm hit the screen to stop the share here. All righty. Let me see if I can bring Brother Jay back in. Brother Jay, you want me to bring you back in there, bro?
Yeah, you can.
All righty. Add you to the spotlight. There you go, broski. All righty. So, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased. Any questions, comments, and or suggestions? Because, you know, I know I've graduated from the, you know, hey, guys, this is really what it is. And then someone tried to turn it into debate and defamation and libel and slander and things of that nature. And it's like, okay. these are the life raft rejectors. So let's just move on. So, was there any? I'm open for correction in front of everyone. You guys know I don't run from G checkings. What you say, bro?
I said, we'll leave them lost at sea.
Jesus Christ. They really about their married time. Anyway, Brother Jaguar Soul. Time Star, yes, Mohammed Bay.
Now an Apple fan. We ain't talking about the phone products.
You are the.
All right, I think I might be done for the day, Brother Jag. I think I did it.
You're not, bro. You're not.
I thought that too. I was like, nope, something's gonna pop up because how our brain works. Like, damn, I should have said that earlier. Matter of fact, make a meme about it, and then, we're That's all gonna just be like, right? Because I compliment our brotherhood, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's doing some fuck shit, man. It's like I know a lot of things commenced with me being a conduit. However, again, let me just say this for the record, man. Like, as much as a lot of people will make it seem like it's me, like you guys have no clue. I'm talking to people out there how much Brother Terrell, Brother Corey, Brother Sean, Brother Aura, Brother Gerald Jackson Bay, Senior Jackson Bay, even other brothers that are completing, and those that are actually completing the certification. Brother R, even though Brother R he's completing his astrology certification or whatever at his own pace, because we're not rushing. However, when it comes to this civics, he's not playing. As well as shout out to Brother Errol Jamil Bay also. Right, and we get to really Errol Abdul Jamil Bay. Let me make sure I say that correct. I hope I didn't butcher your appellation, Brother Errol. My brothers inspire me to go even further, because what I get to actually see, as much as I remember when Brother Sean first came and it was like, hey man, I want to be able to, be certified also or whatever. And we was like, whoa, because Brother Jag could tell you, and Brother Corey, if he was here, he would tell you too. I'd be like, you want to fuck with us for real? Like, that's oh shit. Well, as much as you think we're cool, I think you're really fucking cool for even that, because it's very brave to do that. Hence Braveheart L. So I really say that it wouldn't. We posted that meme the other day about what you thought you thought I was gonna quit. You know what I mean? It's like we really inspire each other, man. Like, we allow ourselves to really get rid of what I think a lot of people go through is unnecessary stress. And everything is we're taking things seriously in life always. However, we found a way to make things enjoyable. So yes, we make jokes, we make sure we send each other different posts of other people's posts. We find ways of, weaving it into what it is that we're doing. It could be somebody doing some bicycle stuff, and here I go. We be saying
how we be.
I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know, no, we're not really on bikes and stuff, but we're talking about, the Zodiac and things of that nature. So I'm saying all of this to say, like, guys, we're really open to really just having a joyful moment. I think too, it's been on my spirit to maybe just say it and put it out there. We're not just certifying only Moorish American sons, all righty, with our free national press, and provided people are not, selfish and, oh, me too, I can do that too. Look, mothers, we have no problem with you being a part of 7HealStar Astrology Firm, so that you can really grasp these things too. However, you are, and I'm telling you, brother Jag, will let you know, like, we're really about the prophet's literature around here. We don't really embrace I'm only going to be Moorish American because it's convenient for me and my children. That's what Prophet Noble Drew Ali is Prophet Noble Drew Ali for. He already brought the convenience. is, are you going to take it seriously to really be yourself, or are you just looking for a way out of your respond abilities, right? Because you must be very responsible with this. So, and we really vet everybody. So, and we're not a sucker for boobies and a pretty face. I'm just letting you know that now, or a thin waist and a fat ass, and we'll let you know. We're gonna be like, here we go again. You know what I mean? Because, and I don't mean it's happened before. It's just that we're clear on what mindset is out there, because a lot of people are coming back to their ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset. However, you know, our mothers are the ones that are really the ones that once they get it, it's a wrap. Like, things are really going to change on the planet. However, it can't be done with the same lower self thinking of being a Federal Reserve agent or wanting material. Again, you would then be, for the record, and I'm going to say it here, if I'm loud and wrong, G-check me, like I said, you would be in mental bondage to sense consciousness. And that is the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary denotation for Egypt, or Misraim. All righty. Mental bondage to sense consciousness, which means you can't do anything without you feeling good or getting some type of benefit. You know what I mean? It's like, you know how you really see, this is why I'm able to embrace it and I'm a yield. And this is really just me just digging up my bros. Neptune it already made its first strike over my midheaven. It's about to make its second strike over my midheaven via its retrograde. And then it's going to make the third strike. And I prepared myself about 2 or 3 years in advance, because most people that have Neptune transiting their midheaven go through a midlife crisis, unless you know how to be very artistic with it. All right. So those of you with Pisces, midheavens, and like the third decan, I just gave you a huge fucking hint. All righty. So you got to be creative. You got to kind of not lose yourself, but allow yourself to completely embrace charity and being charitable, as well as if you're in ministry, this is the time to really put your all into your ministry, because the spiritual garden that is going to grow from these seeds planted, you're gonna have to give away fruit so it doesn't rot. Does that make sense? I'm open for correction, my brothers.
You got it.
All right. Any other questions, comments, and/or suggestions? Going once. Again, thank you, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, Brother Corey Bay, Brother Shaunaline L, Brother R. Muaba Bay, Senior Jackson Bay, Brother Arrow, Abdul Jamil Bay. I'm gonna trust I said that right. Right? Thank you, brothers. And, you know, people that are no longer with us that we certified also, you know, just prove that we've been doing a good work. You know, despite decisions that people make, you know, we still see you showing up in our posts and stuff like that. We see you. However, we got to keep moving. Stop, Jag. I try to keep a straight face, Jag. You just... Yo!
I tried, man. Like, my mouth was sealed for a second. I tried. I really tried.
I am being sincere. However, that's the thing. We study so much and watch what's really happening around us, even on social media. We don't take social media serious to the point where it's like it makes our lives. However, in a Mark Zuckerberg kind of fashion, we actually see how, you know, your business can continue to be out there in people's faces, even though, you know, you got to weed out the insane asylum escape artists that are, you know, have the social media accounts, you know, so it's like, hey, look, man, we're only dealing with sincere people. We're not looking for Selena's fan club president, you know. No, that was a joke, but I'm serious. We're not looking for people that are obsessed and then want to, you know, end the pulse in our body. All right. So with that being said, guys, really be yourselves. All righty. Be loving. All righty. And really, you know, don't be envious. Leave jealousy and envy in the lower self and allow your higher self to take over. So questions, comments, and/or suggestions going thrice. All right. To my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, thank you again. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you, brothers. Thank you so much. And shout out to our jurisprudent gem community, you know, because I am going to put that writ together, because when we started today, I was on the Word and I was like, man, let me go and type this, thing up. However, we kind of got started. I started commenting in Telegram to be helpful. However, it is what it is. So we're going to get that together and get that on over. I'm going to reach out to her, jurisprudence gem, and email it so that we can have a template and working together, to just really carry out Prophet Noble Drew law. So with that, to all of you that are here, maybe I can check this one last time to see, I guess, so I can acknowledge everyone that's still there here on our YouTube live, right? Let me check the live chat, right? Indeed. Hey, Malika, peaceful greetings. Great day also to you as well, Malika. Appreciate you showing up. Shout out again to your platform for the jurisprudence gem. She says, great day, friends-in-law. So we appreciate you too, Malika. To us, Malika, regardless if you say it or not, because we recognize principles. So you're going to always be Malika Dulce or Duke L to us, because you remind me of a very a younger Anna Ida L. That's my opinion. No one else, I don't think, shares that opinion. I'm not sure. I never heard the brothers voice it. However, that's my opinion. You remind me so much of Mother Anna Ida, just so much more at the forefront. So much is like, Mother Anna Ida is sharp. I'm serious, sharp. Right, so we appreciate you, Malika, jurisprudence, right? All right, so to you all that are there in the chat, now 3 beings that are left there, you guys know I'm too cool to be embarrassed. So we already know we tell the truth. So we don't expect too many people to subscribe or be there while we're live. So we know that there's sincere beings that are there for real. And that's what we want. I mean, even the mother Malika, she'll tell you too, when it comes to jurisprudence gem, she's not looking for a shitload of people. What she's looking for is sincere people that are going to be sue warriors. Are you going to fucking sue for real? Or you just here trying to, I don't know what to do. Can you help me with my case? What should I do? Do an injunction to stop the state level shit. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Come back 2 days later. I don't know what to do. What should I do? Did you put the injunction in? No, I ain't do that yet, but it's like, here we go. We keep hearing the same things over and over again. And I gotta admit, man, like, we about that life. 7HealStar Astrology Firm is about that life. What you say, bro?
That's the lifestyle, man. That's what it comes with. Repetition.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, like I know we're Moorish American, and not everybody in the jurisprudence gem are openly saying that they're Moorish American and or not. However, we have the instruction necessary, right, to know how to embrace everyone, because we know our ancestral estate in chapter 47 is letting you know it's the entire planet. So we know that we're all loved ones. It's just that by the words that you confess out of your mouth is where you set your position. Are you heir or subject? You know what I'm saying? So, in the words of Malika, why the fuck are you talking to me in the first place? To those that are seeking to force people under statute. All right. So that's why we don't get off the necks of people that think they work government. We are reading your fucking statutes, okay? Because we comprehend how you are to be held to your obligation. We didn't just listen to Brother Taj's videos and seemingly like we know what he don't. No. We actually be up on the Zoom, typing stuff. Sometimes it'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sending stuff. Bing, 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 bing. We really don't fuck around.
Yeah.
We don't. So I'm just keeping it a whole band with you. And don't be like, oh, that brother, then a Moorish leader should be. Look, I'm not a Moorish leader. That's Prophet Noble Drew. And second of all, you know what I mean? I'm just brother. The highest titles that I can have are son and brother. That is it. Son and brother. Highest titles I can have. Highest titles our mothers can have, mother and sister. And even the sisters, I call mother. And that's not a demeaning thing. That's not some simp shit to say, okay? So don't get it twisted. All righty? All righty. Is this where I yield, beloved brothers?
I yield.
Yeah, I monologued in the beginning and the end, right? All right, you all. We're gonna say namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam. Peace and love.
Islam.
You